Okay, I'm going to restart the video.
Okay.
This is where it's going to cut. And I got to remember this. And if I didn't remember it, then you're going to be like, you didn't cut it like you thought.
Those last icons are perfect.
And we're going to be talking about and watching the last half of our visit to Malaysia. And the places that we went in the last half of our... This was our first visit to Malaysia. We have since went back. This would have been 2010. We're watching the Cameron Highlands, Taman, Negara, I think is how it said, and then Kuala Lumpur. And of note, we spent Christmas in Kuala Lumpur. Mm. So, do you have, when I say those names, do you have any recollection of any of the stuff?
Negara. They all kind of, the names ring a bell. Nothing's really coming to mind. The only thing that I remember is there being snow on Christmas.
Oh, so that's all you remember out of this? You don't remember the hot dog boat or anything?
I don't know where to assign the hot dog boat, like to what name of what thing.
I see.
Cameron Highlands. It might be, no, I don't know. I feel like I'd just be assigning things that I don't know when they actually happened. Oh no. You got it stuck in my head. Ham and sweet potatoes sounds like a decent dinner. I say do that. I do want to do that, but I need to know the sauce. And we've got like a mustard, brown sugar, but I need more sauce than that. I need it to be more. I don't want to like, it needs to be at least like 50 grams of sauce, and I don't want to put 50 grams of mustard in there.
And boy, I'm really not on my game here tonight.
I might take this mustard idea and mix it into some yogurt so that it kind of gets like a toned down a little bit. Yogurt and some type of herb. I have like 3 bottles of seasoning. Like nutmeg's fine. We can use nutmeg. All right, we're going to Malaysia.
All right. So we are now in Malaysia. And where we were last time is we had entered Malaysia and we went down to Alor Setar, or whatever it's called. I've been so confused about that. And then we went to Langkawi, and I think that was it, right? Oh no, we went and did the night zoo in Taiping. Mm-hmm. And I think that was what all of the last episode were. So this time we are going to be starting in the Cameron Highlands. And I recall the reason we went to the Cameron Highlands was strictly because we knew that it was like a cooler area.
Yeah.
And we were going to be like, we had been in Bangkok and Thailand and all that. We were like, okay, it would be nice to be someplace that's a little less.
Okay, yeah, that's ringing a bell.
A little less hot. And it seems like the Cameron Highlands is, I'm trying to see if I can even figure out where it's at. The Cameron Highlands is someplace that people from like Kuala Lumpur would go like to do the same thing we did. It's like a place to go and actually like cool off a little bit. Yeah. Cameron Highlands. Okay. So yeah.
Tanarata.
It
kind of rings a
yeah,
bell.
that does ring a bell, doesn't it?
Something cut out.
I don't know. I'm just going to let it try to reset itself. Who knows? I don't know. The whole rig is a mess sometimes. So...
Oh.
What?
I see tea. Or what looks like tea.
Uh-huh. There we go. That should be better. Yeah, so we went here, and I remember we got a motorbike, I think, and this looks very familiar. Mm. And then the next place that we ended up going was we went to this Taman Negara, and this was it's like a rainforest. Like I think it's like a national forest.
Okay.
I think it's that
Then
dark
makes
green
sense
means
for the
hot dog boat.
hot dog boat.
Yeah, and then after that, we would be headed down to Kuala Lumpur. So that's going to be what we're going to watch, and then that'll get us to the end of our Malaysia adventure. And then next week, when we pick this up, it'll be from Singapore. So I'll leave this.
Also known as peach rings.
Peach rings? Oh, yeah. So guys, let me know if the audio is weird with this, because it's possible.
Put it in the other ear.
Oh, so I can hear you?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's get into it.
After a really long, windy road, which made me kind of sick, we have arrived in Tanah Rata. And basically, this is a town that is Colorado. So right now we're hanging out in Colorado, and we're actually getting to see Christmas decorations that are a little strange and very cool. And we got to see a really, really big decoration on the way here, which was awesome. One of our favorite things is to go around and drive through Fredericksburg and see all the different Christmas light decorations. And it's freezing. It is 69 degrees here. We're on the top of a mountain. So it kind of feels
That's freezing.
What's 69 degrees?
Yeah, I don't know. What is that in
Past me knew what that was and like had a comment about it. Me now is like, gonna have to translate that.
It is 20.
Okay, yeah.
It's not cold.
That's today's weather.
Mm-hmm.
But in comparison to like the streets of Bangkok, yeah, it's definitely gonna be
Her voice is still like
still getting over whatever.
She was sick or something. She had a cold.
Man, I haven't been sick in forever.
This was the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about that one time a mosquito bit you and took you down? You got taken down by a
But that
mosquito.
was a really long time ago.
like Christmas in Malaysia. So we're pretty happy right now. My ears are freezing. I feel bad for you guys that it's like 33 degrees there. 69 is pretty amazing.
Hey Heather. So I was holding that camera. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
We're at a honeybee farm in the beautiful Cameron Highlands, and you can see this sign here.
We've been to some honeybee situations, so I don't know which one this is.
I gotta drink something before I die. So do you know what's coming with this one? I think you might have forgotten. I think people watching now.
That smells terrible.
It says if you get stung by one of their giant bees, there he is. You gotta watch out for this. This feature back here is the danger zone on the bee. You gotta be careful.
It looks primed.
Be careful.
It looks primed to poke.
And I'm hoping to get some honey fresh out of the bee penis, because but there's a sign back there that
I didn't even turn around.
comes from is the Venus, and Katie's excited about this as well. This guy over here,
No plucking
no
around
plucking,
here.
plucking, and this guy over here, he not only has a danger zone on the back, but he also has a spear. So you got to be double careful for him. And let's find some Venus.
Venus.
The bee farm it's okay. It's not stunning. I was hoping to be wearing a bee suit.
Right here is pretty
A
crazy.
bee suit by now. And all I've got is a couple of bees down here.
There's like 10 bees down there.
And
And there were a lot flying around us.
I still haven't seen any Venus.
See one right there.
I don't see a Venus. He's just got a bucket. That's a bucket, not a Venus. He's already
Babe, they're smaller than you think.
the bee. Oh. I'm just wondering how many times I can get the word Venus into a video. The bee farm, and we
There
are.
was a maze.
Malaysia's largest indoor maze. Look at how good this thing looks. It is decorated to the brim.
The amount of disappointment that people are going to have about how much Venus they can get out of this adventure, they've had to make the most giant maze to make up for that disappointment.
Why didn't they paint it or something?
Can't be bothered.
I'm gonna beat it.
Obviously.
Venus. Yeah. I mean, there might be one at the
Like
end.
there needs to be like a Venus counter and then also like Venus is seen. Zero. Venus encounters.
You see here, right there? Huh?
Z.
That's hard. My hand is
Way bigger than this B.
region is where the Venus is located. Somewhere in this area here.
Did you just show the whole body of the bee? Oh god, you gotta stop doing
Nobody
that.
really knows, Katie. It's like the clitoris.
You starting a clitoris counter on this?
Oh god. If we had had that counter on our lives for the last couple days, it would be a high number.
You know what? When we watch the news, we really do have to do a drinking game. Like, there was unprecedented went on for a long time, but if we had chosen clitoris on that day, we would have been drunk.
We'd have been
Wow.
dead.
Yeah.
The news talked about the clitoris a lot yesterday. It was really strange.
Oh, they've got a B spot, Danny. Right there.
What did I write? Turns out I was wrong on this one. This is actually the Venus.
It looks like the bee balls are on the side.
God, I'm an
Seems
idiot.
like they're separated in this animal. The bee balls.
Yeah, ping me on Discord. I'll share the clitoris story from the news. It's a trip. I paused it like in the actual video. It's playing right now. Okay.
So we completed our maze. Mission accomplished, as the stamp said, and they gave us these.
Doesn't make any sense.
This kind of has vibes like that castle we went to. In
The really stupid one in Hyogo?
Yeah, the one the stupid like it's just like a cluster of crap.
I don't know.
We kind of have fun with those things, but
Well,
the
unless
one
they're pissing me off.
How this is bee related. I'm not really sure, but it was pretty funny when the lady handed us these wrestler magnets. Somebody's gonna get these, and they better love them.
who got them? Do you remember?
I don't remember. But somebody did get them.
Look at this shit! We're in the Cameron Highlands, and we're going to a tea factory, but they don't really know where that is. But this shit is epic looking. Awesome. So we made it up to the
This is probably the first time we have seen tea.
top where the tea factory is. We don't really know exactly what there is to do here, but we'll find out.
No burping, please.
If I don't burp, it's gonna go out somehow.
I'll take the other side. I will take the other side at this point. Ugh.
The loner one, thanks for the sub. You want to light a candle?
Nah.
Absolutely amazing. Like, all the little things that you're seeing down there are bushes, and it just looks really, really cool. We came from over there where you can see there's a bunch of cars over here, and
Oh yeah, the traffic jam or something?
live in this little area.
That looks like one of those areas that we saw in Borneo. Where remember we were trying to find that years later when we were in Borneo we were trying to find that rock thing to climb, and we stopped and found like a church and stuff, and it was all these modernish looking houses that had been built nicely, but it was because they had the logging industry or something had come and like destroyed the town and moved it, so they built them these like houses that looked nice but had destroyed their lifestyle. That kind of looks kind of the same, like the way that that's constructed,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it is or just reminding me of it. Same country too.
we were able to drive our motorbike all the way up here, whereas the parking for the cars is down there. So we got to drive through a bunch of pedestrians.
Oh, I remember that now.
If you see that van right there, that's like a 1-lane road that gets here, and it's pretty crazy. You have traffic going both ways, and most of the traffic is cars. So we ended up having to like weave through the traffic and go through the smallest area we've gone through on a motorbike, and we made it, and I yelled, and it was awesome. It was really, really cool, and thus far it's been a good trip to the tea factory.
At this tea
It's a
farm,
plantation.
and we might have the world's best peach tea. It's unbelievably delicious.
Really good.
Look at her go. Look at her. Look at her drink that tea.
And we got banana carrot cake.
Banana carrot? Wow. This is like your
Yeah, that's my favorite
dessert
thing.
of-
I like
You
both
got
those
the-
things. I like
you got the
berries. I like
carrots.
carrots.
You like the carrot cake and you
I
like
could
the
I could get a
bananas.
banana and a carrot, and like one in another, and then one in the
What
other.
if
Mhm.
in like,
Double fisting
What if you made like a sundae, like a
with carrot.
banana split,
Mhm.
and then you put carrot cake in the middle, and then like some ice cream?
How come the only place the carrot gets involved with sweet treats is the cake? There's not like carrot ice cream. Like there's not
There's
like carrot flavored
It's in
gooey.
smoothies
Is it in smoothies?
sometimes.
I'd like to point out that I'm being especially obnoxious in this episode.
Ah, indeed.
I'm just like in an annoying mood.
And I think this is lemon icing.
Yeah. It's is it? It's okay.
it's good.
It's not
really
terrible.
moist.
Yeah, it's really moist.
It's moist.
Say it again.
It's moist. Stop it.
See?
Yep.
Most video yet.
Say it.
Per voice.
Penises. Moistness.
The Cameron Highlands have a lot of butterfly farms, and we've stopped at one. And this is the first guy we've encountered. He likes yellow.
Look at his friend.
Is he alive?
There goes his friend. Ah, I got him. See it from the other side.
Whoa. Look at that thing.
He's got a leaf insect.
Oh,
That's crazy.
he's so cool.
That doesn't look like a real thing.
It's alive.
Yeah. Look at Clarkson trying to keep his cool. What? That's just fake. They just made it fake and like put it on people.
Dispenses mashed potatoes. Really nasty looking. The one part is the cheese gravy.
You're so bad at this, Zooming.
You remember that camera? It sucked.
You're not even obnoxious like in speech. You're also obnoxious in Zoom.
We're at a hydroponic strawberry farm, and we have a strawberry lassi and some strawberry in yogurt and honey.
I remember that.
That looks good.
People here, and there's hydroponics going on, and that's about all.
Your parents later got into the
Besides the gravy
hydroponics.
machine.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
They go through all these weird phases.
This is today's steed, and this is the hydroponic strawberry farm. And these are the clouds in the mountains. And we've had a little bit of rain today, so we got wet on the bike, but nothing terrible. And where you going?
Bike's name's TJ.
Oh, really? Yeah.
These are words to live by.
It looks steep.
Okay, show me. Show me. Show me. Penis!
I got you. I got you.
You got me?
Yeah, it got me too.
We're having tandoori chicken, and it is cooked in a big pot.
This is our first glimpse into Indian food.
Yeah, you might be
Like
right.
this might be my first non.
Mm-hmm. That's possible.
Like this. And It's kind of interesting. And Katie's drinking my super friend.
I'm drinking coffee that late at night.
It didn't matter.
My super friend now. We've been in the Cameron Highlands for a day and a half now.
I don't think we ever explained why we called it super friend.
Just because you said that.
No, I would drink I drink the coffee and I'm not used to caffeine, and then I would get really annoying. That's probably why I was acting like an idiot in this video, is because I probably had some of that in the morning, and then I was just obnoxious until it wore off.
You had that. Nah, I think you just hyped on the Venus.
Thank you. And last night we just walked around and it was freezing. It was awesome. We haven't been cold in so long outdoors, and it's amazing to actually feel cold.
A chicken that was cooking in that big pot. This is what came out.
I wonder what I cut there. That was weird.
You've got like this mint thing. It's like a mint curry mixture, so it's hard to explain. This is a curry. This is a rice with some vegetables on top. Another curry. I've already gnawed into my chicken here, and it's a big pita.
Not a naan. We've got something.
Actually very good. So we're really happy.
I wonder if that's I can't remember what it's called. It's a different
Pod?
No, somebody might know in the chat. It's just a different type of bread. It kind of comes apart kind of like a croissant a little bit when you take it apart. Yeah, that word. That's the word.
Paratha?
Yeah. Thank you, John Belly.
Seems real qualified with that hat.
I think the pita is actually made fresh.
Yeah, it looked like they were making the pita like over there.
We're calling it a pita. Close enough. But yeah, so when we grew up, like some people might think, what in the world? Like if you're
You
from...
don't know about especially if you're from the UK, you probably think we're really stupid not knowing anything about Indian food.
No Indian food where we grew up. I never
Yeah.
had it when I was growing up. So until we came to Asia, we were completely not exposed to it at all. Anyway.
But it's good stuff.
Got some shit on your face.
That was how that video ended.
Yeah. Prata.
All right. So we're going to be getting into the... So that we did a lot more there.
It seemed like we did quite a lot there.
I think we
We
did...
were at the strawberry farm. We were at the Venus farm. We were at the butterfly farm. We did a lot of farming. We went to the tea plantation.
I feel like we were there for a couple of days that just didn't get represented in that at all. But I don't know. I remember it being kind of hard to get a motorbike. There was something about it where we stayed. We couldn't get one. Sometimes when you stay with someplace, like they just have a motorbike hookup, and I think that they said they did, and then they didn't, and we had to go someplace else. I remember it being a big like cluster, like to get it. No, we didn't even show like at all what where we were staying or anything. I don't remember anymore. But yeah, it feels like that we weren't filming a whole bunch when we were there. But it was a cool place. Like it was a cool place to check out. I remember enjoying it. I have fun. Yeah, I have fond memories of that 69 baby. Let's see. All right, let's get into the next one. The next one I have is I'm kind of excited to watch this one because it is one of the coolest memories that I have from the trip around the world. Like this is a standout location.
I'm about to get injured.
I have no idea. That wasn't naan. It's like it's something similar to naan, but it's a little different. Anyway, so it's I completely lost track of what I was going to say. Yeah. Anyway, there's just certain things, certain places we went and we did certain things. In like one specific moment sticks out. This place is one of those to me. But I've never watched a video.
So we're taking a 2.5 hour bus ride or boat ride.
No, it's not the
We're on the hot
big
dog.
knife mountain
Tiny
in the
boat.
jungle. It's a different jungle.
Big Knife Mountain. The hike thing. Yeah. That was years and years later. This was much earlier. This boat ride that we took was a really long way. It was like an hour and a half or something. I remember going up this river for a long time. I remember having to get up super, super early. And I think that between these two places, we connected in this dingy little town that felt really scary. I remember being in one town in Malaysia that we went to, and we were kind of like, we don't want to go outside here. It was just something about the vibe of the place was just not good. And we stayed in what felt like a prostitute den. And there were like...
Seems like us, yeah.
And there were like holes drilled in the walls so people could look through. Remember this? It was like the guy that ran the place was really creepy. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't have filmed there. We just stayed there. And I remember, I think it was right near a train station or something. But I don't remember anything else about the town. I just remember being uncomfortable there and where we stayed. And I think we found the holes in the walls after we had been undressed. And we were just like, well...
That's that.
We're on the internet now.
I've accepted that.
Yeah. But it was worth it.
One of my best memories. I'm about to get injured.
For 2.5 hours on this over-flooded road.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, you fall like right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it rains
Do we film it?
like every couple hours pretty heavy, so
Yeah.
we might survive. I'm gonna put on my life jacket.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Right there in the film, I have just fallen. The stairs were really slippery, and I guess I wasn't paying attention and completely fell and hit my upper butt on the corner of the stair. And in the next shot here, this is the bruise that is now forming because of that fall. It is probably my worst injury to date, including the motorcycle that we crashed, including climbing up waterfalls and getting scratched up. Falling on my ass is the worst injury we've had thus far.
I think it's still the worst injury.
No, when you were skiing that one time and you fell on your tailbone.
Well, that's even before this. Just like...
No, like since then.
Yeah, I still actually have trouble with my tailbone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes if I sit in a
Weird
weird way...
Can't wag it.
I can wag it. I still feel that pain, and I wonder if it's residual from that accident.
Or did
If
you
I
just
had never had
discover
that
that was
accident,
feeling?
would I not be feeling this at this moment, or is it a consequence of that, or not? I don't know.
So we're now on that little hot dog boat. This is what it looks like on the boat. Really, really close to the water, and like you look at it, it looks like all mucky, and we're in a rainforest. It's like the oldest rainforest in the world, and you just gotta wonder what lives in this water if this boat tips over. Because it seems like it might be likely with the construction quality. We're going into Taman, Negara National Resort, or whatever, forest resort, whatever they call them here. And we're going for a canopy walkway thing, and just to check out what's there. But apparently we're going to be on this boat for 2.5 hours, so that should be, it's actually kind of nice. It's actually kind of relaxing feel.
This boat for 2.5 hours.
So, here we go.
I think we were alone.
Yeah, we were.
It was
the
like
only
us
people.
and the guy. How much
Yeah.
did that cost us? Like
I don't remember.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, the water level is really, really high on this river. It can be assumed that those trees right there are an island, and then the water goes past them another 100 feet up to the end of the forest. It's been pretty cool.
I mean, it's a cheap country, but it's not a super cheap country, and it's also like that's still a lot. Like to pay for a dude that long.
And
It was a
the-
one-way trip too, because we took a taxi out. I don't know why we took a taxi out and a boat in. I don't recall. I hope we explain it.
Yeah.
If this tree can swim. This is an important sign to pay attention to.
Don't go here, snake inside. What the fuck?
It's like a bathroom that someone's advising you don't go into. We're like way out in the jungle in a rainforest, and there's this like little village here, and we came up this river in that hot dog boat.
Hot dog boat.
And if you want to go to, we're looking for a place to eat. And these places are these little restaurants, and they're floating on the water. And to get to them, you have to walk over this handrail, or this little bridge with no handrail. This ant is unbelievably big. Like, move your hand a little closer.
I don't want to touch him.
You see that? Look at that. Craziness. Craziness. And this is what we're doing. We're hiking through a rainforest.
Unguided, it's fine.
We were super alone. Like, there was nobody else
I do
there.
remember like seeing one other person there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like there was like.
Yeah.
We were really remote and really alone, and we were looking for a canopy walkway. I don't think we ever found it.
Tree number 42. Don't know exactly why he's marked with that, but it's a notable digit. The cool thing, this is actually the oldest rainforest in the world, or suspected to be, as there's no volcanoes around, and there are...
Is this the most remote place? No, probably not. I don't think so. That rock thing we climbed in Borneo
No,
was
the
pretty
rock
out in the
thing,
middle of
yeah.
nowhere.
But those listed are like top 5.
Yeah, I mean, how do you
those.
define remote, too, is another...
not affected by any of the ice ages. So I think they said it was like 150 million years old or something, which is pretty dang old. What's going on?
I'm bleeding.
Why are you bleeding?
Because I have a leech on me.
This day just rained down on you.
It was a weird day.
So this is why we noticed it. And you know what? There is nothing there. He is already full and released.
It was real bloody, wow.
Yep.
For such a small hole.
He's eating your blood. We're in a cloud basically now. And this is the terrain. Let's see if that gives you some perspective of what we're climbing up.
It was kind of like drizzling the entire time. I remember just getting wet the entire time.
It's a rainforest.
It was raining.
I have Burkatok Turska. A whole bunch of words I can't pronounce, but it's a mountain that's in the Taman, Negara National Park, and it's 244 meters high, and I did it. Whew.
And we're definitely in that cloud. Definitely still in that cloud. Who knew it rained in the rainforest?
I was unaware.
Yeah.
I was very unaware.
Apparently,
Quite a sprinkle going on.
yeah, apparently it rains quite a bit. And these are these rocks, and this is Miss Katie.
And that is Malaysia.
And there's Malaysia. There's a cloud of Malaysias.
Malaysian cloud.
Here's some Kickapoo Joy Juice. Keep in mind, this is the original Joy Juice recipe. If anybody can figure out what's going on in that picture, go ahead and write us a message and let me know, because that's a pretty complicated looking situation.
A lot of joy.
Today when we came back from the national park or rainforest, we were in a minivan, and it was just us and the driver. And
Oh, you're probably going to explain. I remember this.
Do you remember this guy? He was, yeah, he was a character.
Opinionated.
Yeah.
And he asks us the typical question, where are you from? We tell him the United States. And he just like goes over the moon, like the thumbs up, and really, really excited. And he was really excited that we were going after Osama bin Laden, and really excited about us taking down those bastard Muslims, he kept saying. And we're of course in an Islamic country, so it was kind of an uncomfortable situation. And it turns out he's a real big George Bush fan, which is the opposite of everybody else.
And my eyebrows still go up.
Yeah.
I remember sitting
I
in the
remember
car being like,
conversation.
I don't think I should talk now anymore.
Yeah.
I hope we don't die.
Yeah, it was very strange.
So he was all about us hunting down those bastards and getting them. And he was going on about 9/11 and shedding a tear, and some Chinese fellow that he knows that went to the States, and they asked him if he was Muslim and said that if he was, they weren't going to let him in, and all sorts of madness. But this guy was it was kind of quite a trip and had a different perspective than most of the people that you meet here.
All right. Got I think the way I did this is that we have one episode of just like Kuala Lumpur, and then I think there's a Christmas episode. I think that's how I did. Yeah, that's how it's labeled. Every time you got to move it back up.
4 short.
4 short video. Yeah, we're gonna do 4 of them. And that makes this evening is kind of long, but I didn't
But I
want
did
to.
all my homework, so it's fine.
I didn't want to break it because then it would be like next week would be like one Malaysia video and then like half of a Singapore video. Like it just didn't work. So it's like sometimes these are just going to be balanced weird sometimes.
About 6 or so months ago, we watched a documentary on the Petronas Towers, and it was pretty.
This is actually
that documentary was badass.
before we went on our trip. We actually watched. We just downloaded a whole bunch of different videos, documentaries, travel videos. Like there was nobody doing travel videos on YouTube. I looked extensively for it, trying to figure out how to do what we wanted to do. And then, so what we ended up doing is this: we watched I remember downloading like the Top Gear episodes where they did trips, and we watched, of course, Long Way Around, and then all maybe the sequel or whatever, and then we just looked up documentaries that were about places that we thought we might end up going, and we watched a whole lot of them, and we spent like a year or something just watching a lot of those things with dinner or whatever, and one of them, like you said, was about the Petronas Towers, and anyway, it was kind of cool to see him in person.
Pretty cool because basically it's 2 towers right next to each other that were considered at that time to be the tallest towers built. Each tower was built by an individual team, and they were competing against each other to see who could finish sooner. I don't remember who won, but still it was a really cool concept. I remember watching this documentary and thinking, well, there's a 50% chance I might be there at some point in time, because we were kind of planning our trip, and I could tell you it could have gone yes and it could have gone no, and right now I'm standing underneath them and it's epically surreal. I don't have any words to explain. Here you go.
Pause. I remember seeing them from the bus and kind of like,
It's like seeing a famous person or something like that. Like something,
yeah. No moment before this moment solidified what we were doing. No giant ass bruise on my butt, or like watching you get sick, or
What about the Venus?
like the number of amazing non-Venuses that we saw. Like none of the things that happened before this moment had that like wow pizzazz to them. That like, I don't know, glitter. They're stunning. They're more stunning than I ever thought they were going to be.
They are pretty badass.
And it's kind of like when you see Fuji. And I just remember being on the bus and thinking to myself, that's crazy. And even more so in this moment.
So these were the tallest buildings in the world when they were built. Like just one of them. And they built 2 of them. Which is like...
They just loom over the city and are amazing. They give out free tickets to go up to the observation deck.
It's free. Wow.
So someday this week we are going to go up there, and it's going to be really crazy to be in something that you watched a documentary about 6 months ago and never thought you'd really be there. Awesome.
So we're in the basement of the Petronas Towers, waiting to get a ticket. It's like 8:15 or something in the morning. You have to get up all early and get a ticket and to go up onto the observation deck.
This is the view from the sky bridge. The Petronas Towers outside.
I don't know why, but I have a recollection of us being up there with nobody.
I remember that big line. I remember being crammed into an elevator with a bunch of people and stuff.
I've rewritten the history on this, and nobody else
It's
exists.
your towers.
Yeah, and like maybe it was nighttime. I don't know.
Did we go up twice? Is it
It's
possible we went up?
possible. Like I have a different history of, or an additional history.
Here's the other side. A couple more big ass buildings over here.
It's a cool looking city.
I can't believe I'm standing in this structure right now.
Excited.
It's awesome. We're kind of at a metropolis of stuff right now that I just wanted to talk about. Right here you've got gigantic buildings which are everywhere. I mean they're just huge. In the further distance right here, this is the Menara. When we went up into the observation deck in Alor Sitar, this is basically the exact same thing that it was built off of. The one in Alor Star is much smaller, so that one's a lot bigger. I don't know if you're going to be right there. That is the Petronas Towers, which just loom over everything. Anytime you don't have a gigantic building standing in front of you, you can see it. And then along this little track right here is where the LRT runs through. And then the rest of it's kind of like little shops that you can eat at and just tons of people walking around, lots of transportation everywhere. Bus. There's no bus there, but there will.
I'd never seen some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'd never seen what like Bangkok had those things, but I think that we weren't showcasing that, and it was so new that it was overwhelming. And this like I don't know. It really had all these bits and pieces of like a city, and I don't know why I shot this to show it, but I just was feeling that.
I remember being frustrated here because it took us a long time to find a place to eat. Have a good time at work.
Bye.
Bye.
Be soon. But that's pretty much what Kuala Lumpur looks like. So we've been reading on this little piece of paper that this is the nasi lemak. Nasi means rice, lemak, I don't know what that means.
Coconut.
What?
I think it's coconut.
Coconut. Alright, well, we think it means coconut lemak.
I'd be wrong.
On the table, there are the nasi lemak. Eric's gonna open one and see what we get. They're rather cheap, which is interesting. I think it's just because it's a small portion. They're 1 ringgit and 20 cents. So you got a fried egg on top of some rice, and what is under the fried egg?
Just like read the thing, it says coconut rice.
Rice mixed with coconut cream, then steamed, wrapped in banana leaves, and served with a spicy sambal sauce, dried anchovies, and a boiled egg. And we ordered this previously at another place. It came out looking a lot different than this, but let's see how it goes.
Dude, you can see that scar on my face. It's not really there anymore.
Getting old, dude.
Okay.
Is the sauce good?
Spicy, kind of fishy. So, kind of not my thing.
You're 50-50 on that then.
Yeah, not great, it's not bad.
So
How's the quality of the rice compared to? It's not Japanese rice. It's not the same thing.
I've forgotten all rice prior to the rice that I have now.
Yeah.
we're mailing some things home. We've got some hard drive space that needs to be figured out.
So I was carrying a hard drive to back up all of our videos and stuff. And before we left, I don't think we had intended on filming this much. So I thought this was going to be mostly pictures. So we started filling hard drives up faster than we anticipated. So I mailed them home so we weren't carrying them all around. And I remember we went into a computer shop someplace and I bought another hard drive.
You can see my scar too. That I have on my lip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be more that kind of rice.
Yeah, it's just a different type.
More than likely.
Not
Short grain.
I don't find it fair to compare. Like like Japanese rice is one thing, and then like rice from other countries is, it's different. And like, how does it compare? How's the quality? I don't think it's fair because they're different things. So if they're trying to make Japanese food and they use that kind of rice, well, then I'm going to complain.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
Yeah, different rice for different purposes, exactly. And I wouldn't want Japanese rice to be with Thai food or whatever. That seems weird too.
And we decided we were gonna mail some other things home as well. Let me get them out of the bag.
Is it Marvin biscuits?
No, it says
First,
sumo wrestler thing or the.
I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm gonna enjoy the fact that my mom might eat this. It's got a squid on it, and it kind of looks like squid jerky in there. It's either covered in sugar or salt. It could go either way. All right, there's that. And after she's done looking at how much she doesn't want to eat that, she's gonna notice this peanut brittle, and she's gonna be very happy. So, I don't know much about this peanut brittle, but that's just Kuala. I don't know.
And I got for myself
This fruit tube.
So we're in.
Did she eat it? I have no idea, honestly.
Probably ate the brittle.
Yeah, she wouldn't have eaten that squid. The ball's on my mom. Very small.
Okay, but that's on record.
Yeah.
This really modern
This is an interesting thing. What do you think? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think this is my first time to be told I have to cover up.
mosque in Kuala Lumpur, and
Pause.
I've got this.
Thinking about those morality police right now. Thinking about like that situation and connecting it to the thoughts of like first stepping into a world where I'm told the way that you are, the way that you've been, the way that you've interacted with the world is not okay because of what you are.
Well, I mean, like, I'm not trying to defend that, but there's still like, I mean, you can't walk around with your fucking junk hanging out anywhere. Like, you know what I mean? You do have limitations on what you're able to do. This isn't the first time you've been completely restricted. It's been the first time you've been restricted in this way.
But it's the first time that you and I have been treated different.
That's true.
Even though,
that's true.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. We presented ourselves to the world in the exact same way,
yeah, we were
and I
the
was
same.
told that I had to change. And I had never experienced that before, and now I think about the world and what's going on in some places in the world, and I think, like, okay, that still exists. That change based on the fundamentals of you still exists and is exerted onto people, some willing, some not willing, and it's kind of a little mind-blowing still to me.
Yeah, that's a fair conversation. When I went to Istanbul, I had a hoodie on. I went to cover up to go. Yeah, I think it depends on where you're going to. Sometimes the level of strictness definitely changes depending on not only what country you're in, but like where you're actually at or whatever like that.
This druid with me. Katie has got this awesome.
I remember you being kind of upset. Like, I remember you, or not.
It really shocked me. It really shocked me, and
Well, we knew it was going to happen at some point, I think.
I don't think I really processed that until it was actually happening to me.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know.
And I remember at some point this happening in the future, closer to now, and you liking the experience. And I was surprised by it because I had remembered you not liking the experience. And it could be that you just were in a different mood or you were ready for it, or
Mood could definitely be experience, like just knowing it's going to happen. What's the word? Tolerance and like assimilation. Or, sometimes it will depend. Got matured. Don't know how I feel about that verbiage for it.
I don't think her reaction to feeling like this was weird or not weird, or her uncomfortableness, I don't think that was a lack of maturity. I think you're being treated differently than me, and coming from a Western perspective, that's pretty shocking. Like, in that type of way. So I don't know if I consider that maturity or not.
Some of the reason that I might be positive or negative might depend on how cool the garment is that I'm going to get able to wear. Like, if they've actually made it, like, something interesting to wear instead of just stuffing me in a bag. I don't know. I think I had a lot of mixed emotions with this because we're in a beautiful spot. We're seeing a thing I've never really seen before. I'm experiencing something I've never experienced before being thrust upon me. And it's funny because we're having a good time together, but it's also like changing my world perspective.
Okay. I remember just the way the floor feels, being super clean. I like going into mosques and stuff that have like this type of like ultra level of cleanliness to them. That's what I remember. I remember the way you look. I remember your mood a little bit, and I remember just the way it feels in there.
Gown on because her arms and so forth. And
Hold on. This is, I can't even show you. My arm is uncovered from here down and my neck up. Those are the only things that were exposed.
and it's perverse.
Bye-bye.
So they've...
I get this hip happening. I don't know. The lady put it on me. It was kind of nice.
But
So the experience and the clothing are one part. You didn't get to experience that. And I think to myself, this is a roller coaster ride you don't get to be on. The lady came over, she put it on me, I'm wearing something different, I'm seeing this in a different view that you don't get to see it. So I find value in that, but I also feel weird. It's mixed emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Stop drinking that.
That's like...
Ew.
Pretty culture clashy too, like culture shock. Like I think that might have been part of what you were saying, having hit you there too.
This looks really cool, and it is.
Nobody's tempted on Eric's exposed skin. We're just all like, don't give a crap about dudes.
Let's not get into a big conversation about like the.
Well, I was like, yeah. See,
there's just no reason. I mean, like it's just how it is.
but I'm just saying, like your arms, man.
If you look at the screen right now, you can see this ghosting that's going on with the building.
Yeah.
That's because of when I rendered stuff with Sony Vegas, the default setting for Sony Vegas is to make that look like that. And I didn't know how to turn it off at the time, and I never figured it out until years later. So years of our videos have this horrible, ugly ghosting in them because Sony Vegas is a piece of shit. It drives me crazy.
I think I remember when you figured this out.
I was pissed. Apparently,
compared to some of the other ones that we've seen, and we're allowed to come in, which is something that I don't know if we're allowed to come in most mosques. Like it's weird. They're not as welcoming as Buddhist temples or anything, or Watts or whatever. So,
Wow, it's weird. Seeing the girls that are wearing so much less than me, and then being like, wow, this is necessary.
it's just because your arms.
Yeah.
And your
Buff. You can't even see it now.
and
It's
your,
so buff.
and your white skin.
Yeah.
We're in this little room, and it's pretty cool. And I think it might echo. It did. So we're up on this hill in Kuala Lumpur, and
Oh gosh, yes, I remember
really
this.
cool, isn't it? We're in some sort of like botanical garden or something.
Yeah, the lightning.
I think
and the thunder.
It's possible we have it on video.
Maybe.
like clockwork. The afternoon storm has come, and we're in a botanical garden type thing, I guess, hibiscus or something. I don't know. And we came up here just because we saw that there was some cover to stand under. Well, the water is flowing down the walkway, and it's like so deep in the middle of the walkway. It's flowing over our feet. It's kind of neat, but I wish I had someplace to sit.
Alright, so I've been taking videos.
What the fuck was I saying?
Jelly bean kaboom.
It like went off immediately? What on earth was I talking? Why was I talking about jelly beans?
Of the lightning, and right when I turn it off, seriously, not a lie, like a minute ago, lightning just struck like 10 feet from us right over there. It was...
Yeah, I remember that being intense. Like it was like an explosion going off really close to us.
absolutely terrifying. I was just jaw dropped. You could feel it shake your body. It was... Oh my goodness. We're at the,
Wow, what a transition.
zoo at the Menara for Kuala Lumpur, and
Looks like a bummer.
you might not want to frighten him.
I bet you they pulled that homie stink gland out.
We've come to the Batu Caves on a,
Pause this. This is one of my like first times to do stairs and be like, oh, this fucking sucks. I probably had felt that before, but I significantly remember these stairs as just like...
They also numbered them.
Yeah.
bus, which was exciting because I didn't think we were going to get to ride in a bus here in Kuala Lumpur. As you can see, there's some gigantic staircase here, which we're going to go up in, and that is Lord Muruga right there. I don't know much about that, but that's who this cave is dedicated to.
Big creature, big statue.
But we're gonna climb these stairs, and I'm gonna be real sweaty afterwards.
I wasn't a slow bot at this point.
In fact, there are monkeys. Well, you can only see that. Oh, there's that guy too. There are monkeys all over the place. Or the fact that they've counted out the stairs for you. Just in case you wanted to know that you got winded at number 155. Now you know. Yes, there are more stairs. And the cave culminates to this big open area where you can just see huge cliffs. There are a few monkeys up there. We got to watch them climb the cliffs. You may be able to see one now. I don't know how good the quality on here is. If you can see it, you got good peepers. I got new glasses, by the way, so I can see them. Hold on.
Oh, there he is.
I'd be able
I see
to
him. I have good peepers.
He's crystal clear now.
I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, I can see it being colorful. It's like a Hindu thing or something? Like, is that why it's got so much color to it and stuff? Because it doesn't seem like Islamic to me. Like, it's too flashy or whatever in that type of vibe.
It looked more...
like a Hindu.
Hindu.
And like, yeah, because like a
Especially
statue with
the
a person's
statue,
body.
yeah.
Yeah. So definitely not Islamic. Yeah, definitely.
Just isn't really right about that.
Oh, that's the kind of things people that watch our videos that don't know us, they get angry sometimes.
There was definitely something wrong with it. In all the right ways.
All right, last episode that we're going to watch tonight. It's a Christmas episode.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did get new glasses.
Yeah. We went to you know what I didn't talk about?
I forgot why I got new glasses. They broke.
So around the time, okay, so I don't think we're going to mention this in this next video at all. So we were staying at this like guest house thing, but it was like in a building, like up on a higher level floor. And there were like these really thin shitty looking walls, like plywood, but walls. And that's what they built to separate all the rooms. I mean, it was because we were staying someplace cheap. And at one point, I don't know what the deal was. You were taking a little bit of chill time, I think, and I was going out and exploring by myself. And I can't remember if I was telling you I wanted to go out by myself, and this is where you got a little bit like, what the fuck is going on? Because I was shopping for an engagement ring.
Well,
Was that I
this
bought it?
would
I bought it
not
in
be-
Singapore, but I started shopping here because I went. I talked to people in the basement of the Petronas Towers, like in the lower areas of the Petronas Towers. That was the first place I went, and like I had been talking to Will, like, how do I do this? Like, and that was happening in Kuala
I do
Lumpur.
remember having a conversation with you about like the following day and what we were gonna do, and I was just exhausted for some reason, and I was just getting to the point where I was being an asshole because I don't manage my desires well, because especially when you're in a new place, and we were constantly in a new place, so I always just wanted to be doing whatever there was whenever there was something to be doing, and that was 24/7 for our entire trip. It was always new, something to go and see, and I wasn't getting those moments that I need to just like watch a movie or binge a television show and turn everything off. And I was just getting to the point where I was being very mean.
So we had a couple of times where I was going out by myself and doing stuff, and you were being really nasty and shitty to me, so I was looking for an engagement ring. And that's kind of what was like going on in the background here.
Well, I did not know about this.
And yeah, maybe I didn't tell you. I didn't buy the ring until we got to Singapore. I don't remember why. Like I couldn't figure something out about it or something, or I don't know. I don't remember exactly what the deal was. So you're still wearing it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when we were staying in this like shitty little place, there was this dude, and it was late at night. We were trying to sleep, and he was just blasting Metallica,
Metal music, yeah.
and you like pounded on the wall or something, and he came over and knocked on our door. And I don't remember what happened. Did we open the door? Like, what happened there?
I don't remember.
I remember there being some sort of weird confrontation.
I don't remember seeing this person at all.
Yeah, I don't recall either. But it was just a weird, an awkward moment. Okay, so this is the Christmas episode. Ooh,
Happy
different
Christmas.
song. This is actually my band. We wrote a Christmas song about the Nintendo Wii, and this is the intro to it. You see no video. My bad. That's my fault. Thank you for telling me.
But that was quite a compilation.
Whoops.
It was quite a compilation of the
The pictures, should I back
moments. Yeah.
it up? Okay.
Can you turn my audio down?
They really, really do celebrate like the non-Christian side of Christmas here. This lady is freaking out down here. But this is pretty common. This is a big display, but like it's just a mall, and they all have Christmas stuff set up. Oh, it's Christmas Eve, by the way. Little amendment to the little Christmas area that I saw earlier. Look what this is. What is this?
They look like they're having fun.
This has been my first Christmas outside of America.
Mine too.
I feel like Malaysia goes harder on Christmas than Japan does.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
If I haven't said this yet before, Asia's really, really weird.
I don't see what's weird about it now. What am I so baffled about? I don't get it.
I think that,
It's a big production at a mall.
well, I think there's also the idea that Asia isn't Christian.
Especially Malaysia.
Yeah.
Yeah, to see this, yeah, maybe that's what's taking me by surprise. I don't think I would. I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Now, I don't think it would catch me off guard anymore. it's kind of interesting to see now what I see then and how I react to it. Would I react to it differently after being in Asia
Yeah, we're
for so
real numb
long?
now. Real numb to the season.
Big badasses.
Okay, here's a funny situation. This guy is a bagpiper in Malaysia, which is weird enough on its own.
Okay, that's pretty weird.
And this band here was playing inside the mall earlier. This mall. And now they are playing out here, and they were without him earlier. And the leader of the band is this horn player. And the bagpipe player keeps like getting in on the song, like busting in on a solo over the horn player here. And the horn player is pissed. Like, you can just tell he's clearly annoyed with this guy. And it's been awkward to watch plan out. They played Jingle Bells a minute ago, and this bagpiper was like fighting the guy for solo time. It was really ridiculous. Bagpiper needs to get his bagpipes and hit the road, because quite frankly, I don't think that he is part of the paying gig that these other guys clearly are being paid by the mall. Anyway.
A very similar situation happened in Jerusalem too. I don't think you were there for either of these situations though.
A little more of the ritzy mall area of Kuala Lumpur on Christmas Eve. And as you can see, there's no shortage of Christmas decorations or Christmas lights or Christmas trees.
Wow.
Christmas Eve here has more of a New Year's feel than a Christmas feel. Like, there's people selling silly string and Santa hats and, like, you know, neon light up things that you swirl around, and it's really really a little different. These guys selling glow sticks.
That he already cracked? Nah.
Christmas to its own, to their own different celebration.
I remember this weird orgy of Christmas delight in the middle of the road.
I don't know what's going on here, but these guys are all got these, they're like,
You know, there's the Petronas Towers in the background.
silly string, and some of it is like snow, like fake snow. And there's this big crowd of people that have gathered on this corner. And it looks like something's going to happen, but nothing is happening. Sometimes some people with big cameras will walk in the middle and take a photo of something, and all these guys will spray them with the fake snow. That's happened a couple times. So I'm staying on the peripheral. So the guys that were selling all this stuff just ran out in the middle of the street in front of a bunch of cars spraying each other. I mean, they're like literally running around in the road in traffic, spraying each other with the silly string. It really seems like they're planning something. That's them, but it's not materializing. I am really confused. Oh, this guy's mad. He's yelling at him. Christmas Eve in Kuala Lumpur.
Krispy Kreme. Papa John's.
We're gonna have a bang bang, aren't we?
Yeah, probably.
Papa John's. Papa John's, Krispy Kreme, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas. So usually we would go to my parents' house and we would have waffles and sausage, not the dog, food. And we'd drown ourselves in syrup, and then we'd
That's a really good joke.
open presents. That's not gonna happen. So we basically traded in sausage for Papa John's, and next door is a Krispy Kreme. So that will be our waffles. And we're actually sitting at a sit-down Papa John's, which we don't have.
I didn't know about waffles
Oh no, you didn't
at
know
this
about
point.
waffles. Yeah. She'd never seen Shrek at this point. This was pre-Shrek Katie.
Yeah.
Most of Katie is pre-Shrek Katie. It's kind of weird. I don't think it's the same for me. When did Shrek come out? I saw that shit in the theater.
Yeah, how come you didn't tell me about waffles?
I just assumed you knew.
Look at you dumbass not telling me.
So it's pretty amazing. And we got a deal where we get breadsticks, the pizza of our choice, and 2 beverages. And it's turning out pretty good so far. I haven't had any of the pizzas. A pizza good?
Yeah, Papa John's with a sit-down area. That is weird.
Tastes just like Papa John's.
Tastes just like Papa John's, he says. One of my favorite things is Krispy Kreme. When my parents would go to Richmond,
Pause. This has changed. Krispy Kreme is not a favorite of mine anymore.
It's true. I have never and will never see Night Before Christmas. It shocks everyone. Why will you never? Just because you like to shock people?
You just. But what about Oogie Boogie? Oogie Boogie is like, it's such a good musical number. Gosh. What happened to Krispy Kreme? It's just, it doesn't have a, like...
It's just sugar.
Yeah, it's like a phantom of a donut. Like, I want like an old-fashioned donut that has heart and grit and like...
I agree. And I think that the more crap they put on donuts now, donuts are crazy now. It's like all this
Dunkin'
stuff
Donuts
and blah, blah,
doesn't
blah.
win either.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts isn't good either.
I think Dunkin' Donuts, at this point, I might be more interested in Dunkin' Donuts to see how it stacks up against Krispy Kreme, because I never gave Dunkin' Donuts a chance because it was in sugar heaven. But now I've had like other global donut shops.
Mr. Donuts? You like Mr. Donuts now?
I like the old-fashioned
Mr. Donuts?
there. It's
Yeah.
fine. Probably not the best in the world, but like Mr. Donuts probably the only donuts I've been eating for quite some time. But yeah, the old-fashioned, I like to go that route, and I don't feel like Krispy Kreme has that option. Krispy Kreme just has decorated, and I recently had a Krispy Kreme, and I kind of regretted it.
I kind of want one.
I don't advise it. I recently had one and was disappointed.
Always come home with a big box of Krispy Kreme before we had a Krispy Kreme in Fredericksburg, and then when Krispy Kreme came to Fredericksburg, it was over. I was having them like daily. But today, I'm getting my sprinkle donut on because the sprinkle is my favorite. But I'm doing it twice. Check this out. You got the holiday sprinkle and the original sprinkle.
You would never do this now. This is so not you anymore. You've changed so
Dude.
much.
I could be tempted into some like temporary gluttony.
don't know.
No problem. I at least at that party I at least had donut and a half. Definitely had a donut and a half.
Holiday? What are you doing with my sprinkle there? So this is our waffle substitute, and I'm gonna dive in.
Another mall. We're at Christmas,
Is this ABBA?
and this is what's going on. Got all this stuff set up. This is West Ritzy Mall.
It's still a hell of a setup.
It's hell of a setup.
They gotta store this shit someplace all year.
We've got these little kids
Is it weird that I want to be in these dance numbers?
dancing.
Like every time I see it, I'm like, gosh, I kind of want to get into that.
I think it's Feliz Navidad, maybe? Yeah.
But it's done.
Look at the
Sounds
herd
real
cowboy
ABBA.
boots.
Christmas is hard.
Saz, thank you for the subscription.
States. Yeah, we got this giant rotating Christmas tree over here.
Is it? Wow. What? Okay, we gotta go back to Malaysia.
You want to go over there for Christmas? We
This
go there
is
this year.
crazy.
Christmas inside the mall. There's like 1 million people here, and this is where you meet Santa Claus. And here's some reindeer and what? Are those balls? Why did they put the balls on the reindeer?
Are reindeer all boys?
Oh, Lord.
There's a lot of people here. It's ridiculous. Merry Christmas and stuff, right?
Alright, so there are a million people at this mall, and we really couldn't figure out why they were here. We were just walking around, everybody's looking up, staring at things, so I just randomly asked some guy, I was like, do you speak English? And he said, yeah, and I said, do you know what's going on here? Is everybody here for something, or are they just looking at the decorations? Because there's a lot of awesome decorations. And the guy told us that at 8 o'clock, they're supposed to make it snow. And I don't know how they're going to do this, but we're going to find out.
It's still cool.
And yeah, that's snow.
Well, I mean, like, it's not cool in the fact that it's not real snow, but it's like, I can just imagine a small kid, and I let myself be that little small kid that's just like, wow.
I read somewhere that all of Santa's reindeer have to be female because the males shed their antlers before the season. Wait a second here. What are their names? Rudolph. That's not a girl name.
Dasher.
And I just saw balls on a reindeer. Like, this is not true. We just saw the balls.
Prancer.
Donner. Some of them sound like girl names. Vixen.
Blitzen's a pretty badass name.
Blitzen?
Blitzen.
Is that a word, or did you just mix a couple of them up?
You don't even know the song.
The female deer would have to cover up in Malaysia. Yeah, you had to cover your arms, and that deer's balls were on display.
Yeah.
The snow was asbestos. It's kind of neat.
It's just fun.
Just
Commitment
fun.
to just showing people wonderment. It's nice. I like that.
And I mean, since we've lived in Japan, I've met people from that part of the world, Indonesia and Singapore and, like, equatorial countries down in Asia. I've met people that are like, yeah, I'm in Japan because I want to see snow for the first time.
Yeah,
like, they come to visit
girl
to
in
go
my
to see
class
snow.
said that she hadn't seen snow till she came to Japan.
Yeah, this is kind of neat.
Hajimete.
We've had the Marvin biscuit and the chipsters. You're not gonna believe this one, Mom. Gloria Jean's coffee.
It's her mom's name.
I don't even I can't even figure out how they nailed you so hard right here.
She drinks a lot of coffee, or she
Yeah,
used
she
to.
drinks a lot of coffee. It still does.
Feeling up to it, but still
Every day.
definitely noteworthy.
Dasher and Dancer, Prancer. And... Oh,
Watch
shit.
out, ladies.
Blixem.
Blitzem?
I just like the way they spelled it.
Okay, and let's look at some photos from these here days. So I think I can do this, and then this, and this, or something. No. Oh boy. There we go.
It's lost in the Frone.
Yeah, he's blurry, but I think that might be the first time we saw one of these, like, Zelda-looking spiders, and that's just the reason I showed it. I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, it's because they're the hills.
Oh, we're showing off our hills.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely tell I'm being obnoxious here.
Yeah, you're having a real obnoxious day. Yeah. In like a video ago when we were eating the Krispy Kreme, you were having a timid day. And I just sat there watching you and thinking about how you and I somehow are together, and in that moment being like, wow, that's interesting that you and I are together because we seem like very different.
What do you mean? Like how we're in a relationship together, you mean?
Yeah, like in that moment of the Krispy Kreme time, like you just seemed really like kind of shy, and I was just being my normal stupid self.
Yeah, but sometimes you're not in the mood for this shit.
Yeah.
But then sometimes we're both in this mood.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were beating the crap out of each other with giant bears at IKEA, like
2 days
Sunday. Yeah, that was a good visit to IKEA.
This just looks like this guy means business. That's how many tall you are. Look at that giraffe, though. Look at the look on his face.
He seems like he doesn't like me sizing up to him.
This is kind of, I like this picture because this is you doing something that I think you enjoy and you're good at. You're figuring out bus schedules.
If there's data,
Yeah.
I will fucking figure it out.
Yeah. So like you're like looking at this thing and some of it's maybe in English and some of it's not. And it's like, you're just trying to like figure out how you can put your numbers together. And I remember you getting good at this when we were in Thailand. But I just saw this picture and I was like, oh, that's a nice picture. This is the place. Wait, is this in Kuala Lumpur or is this the place where I felt like somebody saw us naked? I don't remember. Both rooms were
such
similar.
a good picture of me.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah. You know, you took a picture of me recently, and I think you felt as impacted by that picture that you took recently as I do this picture. It was upstairs.
Yeah.
It was on like the house day, and like you saw what I see here. I don't know.
I like this picture. I think it's a good picture.
I just remember you talking about that other picture.
Mm.
My butt hurts. And I had to sit on my butt
In the hot dog boat for 2.5 hours.
For 2.5 hours.
I remember it being a really cool experience, though. Just like you felt like I remember just feeling like it was like gliding through the water.
Mm.
Yeah, and you can definitely see the rain here. We were really wet.
Mm.
I've got my t-shirt tucked into my pants for some reason I'm unaware of. That seems abnormal.
That does seem abnormal.
But there must have been some practical reason. Maybe I was trying to keep leeches off my dick.
I have not committed to my dick as you have.
Just wet. This is a photo of Google Docs from the back in the days, and this is us trying to start figuring out what we were going to be doing for our next legs that we hadn't quite nailed down yet. So you can see
I
like
wrote
things.
Jetstar Airline, or you wrote Jetstar Airline instead of just Jetstar. So I feel like that's a new thing. Like
we didn't know
low
it was
cost carriers like LCCs were something that were
they
maybe
kind of
just
existed.
coming up.
The
at
Air
this
Asia
point.
existed at this point for sure. But yeah, so you can see like we were at some point considering the concept of going from Tokyo to New Zealand or all the way to Amsterdam. But what we ended up doing is flying to none of those places. We flew from Tokyo. Oh, and then we were trying to figure out like, oh, I see what we were doing. Like Tokyo to New Zealand and then New Zealand to Amsterdam. That's really cheap. Auckland to Amsterdam, $850?
I think that we were like, no, that's too much.
But I mean, that's like a long way. It's a long, long way. Anyway, yeah. So it's kind of interesting. Just it's interesting to look at this. I thought this was so we're trying to figure out like this to this, this to this. This is what would this entire path end up costing us or whatever. So we were trying to figure that out. And yeah, we did. We spelled Amsterdam wrong. Amsterdam. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is what we were finding at the time, I guess.
But at the very least, this is a very interesting snapshot of costs at that moment, you know?
Yeah.
What's it now? Go choose one of them, and I don't have my phone, but it would be interesting, like, what's Tokyo to Amsterdam right now? Or Auckland to Mumbai?
How do you figure that out?
Or you can give me your phone, and I can just do it on there.
Google Flights?
Google Flights probably be fine.
Close enough.
Which one do we want to pick?
Tokyo, Amsterdam.
Tokyo to Amsterdam. Okay, it was $1,100. Are you in
there we go.
dollars or?
Well, we can convert it if we need
Amsterdam,
to. That would have been one way.
Yes.
And I don't know, random like a Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah. It would have been very random. We would have probably chilled for a few days.
We would have looked for the cheapest. It's about the same, man. It's not that expensive.
Well, with the currency situation, it's a
cheaper.
lot less.
Yeah.
Put it in USD and okay. Well, I wonder if the website it will sell it to you more expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would have never put it into yen. That website would have been...
Let's not. We don't need to do $700. It's like it's not going to change that much. I don't know where to change it. Wow, that's actually really cheap.
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe we should go to Europe for Christmas.
Oh, that's one way.
Oh, that you're right. That is one way. And we wouldn't
But
have
still,
been,
in comparison, it's cheaper.
How much does this get if we do?
If we leave tomorrow...
Okay, it gets a lot more expensive. Of course. Okay. But anyway, we could
that was just an interesting little blip it.
Trip to New Zealand in the cards? Not at the moment. I don't know. We don't know right now.
We're starting to discuss that, but it didn't really go anywhere. Not necessarily New Zealand, just going on a trip.
Yeah. Just
proper with a capital P spoken, like a true Brit.
Gosh, and you bump everything in this computer, like.
Why aren't you using your mouse?
Because I don't know how to do some of the things. If I touch the mouse, then it goes and all the screens go all crazy. I'm not used to this type of setup. Have we been to... Yeah, we actually went on a cruise one time together. A long time ago. This is just cool because you can see
it was fun.
You can see the Petronas Towers in the background.
Eric didn't have a B&S counter on that one. He had
But
an ice cream
I was counting
counter
ice
on
cream.
that one.
Yeah.
I want to say at least 8 ice creams were consumed.
It's hot corners, and then it's like to maximize the thing, the pictures on a separate monitor. It's a whole process. It's a whole bunch of stuff that's just goofy with the way it's set up, and it works fine at my desk, but like here on a couch on a TV with a different monitor and stuff, it's just clumsy.
I like that I'm just sitting here like looking around like, what's all about this picture? And then I spotted them. I was like, wow. You're too big.
Yeah, that's just me being too big.
That might be one of an original reenactment. Saw some shit.
And
butt.
And there's your butt. That bruise is gnarly.
It is gnarly.
You still have it?
Nah. All healed. Humans heal. It's crazy.
So this would have been before you went in the mosque, I think. Because that's what you were wearing.
Yep.
And that's probably the mosque behind you. Mm-hmm. And then that's you. That was your mood. This is the mood I remember.
Yeah. We're going to zoom in on the mood.
Yeah. Let's get a tight zoom on the mood.
Uh-huh.
Like, you're not upset.
I just am processing.
Yeah. Just getting here. Yeah, these are we watched 4 videos of ours from a time when we were in Malaysia, and now we're looking at just the photos for a few minutes. Yeah, we do this every Tuesday. We watch these old videos that we filmed back in 2009, 2010, and kind of working our way through that series of videos that we made. It's a cool picture, though.
Mm-hmm. I think you were managing to keep it fun, which was good.
So I think we're in the...
Such a cool picture.
Yeah. I think
we're up in the...
We're in the Menara, or whatever it was called, the other tower.
Menara, I think you're right. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm so smitten. I sometimes struggle when people ask me, like, what's your favorite monument? But I just got to remember.
Oh,
it's that.
Petronas Towers, really? It's your favorite?
The Petronas Towers.
They do look amazing.
I love the story. I love the way they look. They look like jewelry in the sky. Like Skytree doesn't look like that. They're just cool. I don't know.
I think the Burj Khalifa is something as well.
Burj Khalifa isn't jewelry. It's like an iceberg.
Yeah, it's so ridiculously big that it's like hard to even comprehend.
A needle made out of glass. I don't know. Yeah, it's cool, but not my favorite, obviously.
This is inside. Oh. This is inside of the Kuala Lumpur. Oh, I wrote Kuala Lumpur Tower. So that was that other thing, that inside the other thing. That thing. It's that thing. That's a cool picture, by the way. It's also a pretty good picture. It's kind of a stereotypical picture. I think everybody tries to get this picture, but it's for a reason. It looks awesome. The lighting on this thing is crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy
It's just
cool.
gorgeous.
Yeah. That's a big leaf.
This is a great picture. I remember this picture. Long and beefy. Oh my god.
I think it was like literally, I think it was that, I think it's like a Burger King or something. I think it was like BK extra long. Yeah, it's Burger King.
It looks like there's, the onions look like tentacles. I'm really struggling here.
I don't know what's going on, but it's wonderful. What are we doing? Is this before you go into the tower?
What do you call it? Photobombed?
Yeah, maybe. It's possible the guy's photobombing us.
Is that the same guy from India?
This does look a bit like the fellow that was in the cab that didn't like, he liked George Bush.
Oh.
That's what he looked like. He was kind of a bigger fellow.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing here.
I think we're in the Petronas Towers, and maybe they show you a movie or something before you go up or something.
3D.
Yeah, it's possible.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hold on a second here.
This Fritz username. Can people have the same username?
No.
It's a good one.
All right. Let's see. Can we find him? Can we see if this guy's photobombing? Oh yeah, this looks like a photobomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's kind of punch this up a bit.
Why are we doing this? It's pretty obvious.
What? Just to make sure that we know. I don't want to tell a guy, you know what I mean? I don't know. There we go. I don't think we have enough pixels.
To find out what? He's there looking directly at the camera. What is happening?
I'm just finding out, man. You don't know. No. There he is.
Gonna have like weird grainy nightmares. Like, what's happening?
All right. Sorry about that.
Enhance. Yeah, you have to figure out how to do that thing again.
Yeah, now it's a whole process again. And they gave you these little badges, and I guess we just took a picture of them. That's a lot of buttons.
Wow. This tower is so cool.
Look at that. Floor registration up, down. What? How does this interface work? Floor registration.
I'm pretty sure you need at least 3 people with keys.
Where's 1? Maybe you have to transfer because the elevators are like, you know what I'm saying? Oh no, I see 1 on the up. I see 2 at least. G is probably 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They go from the bottom upwards, which seems logical, but not how I'm used to something being laid out. Why would there be different sections for up and down?
Old?
Old? What does that mean?
It's just an old elevator.
I mean, it's in the Petronas Towers. It's not that old.
Towers.
I push all the buttons.
Are we not in the elevator? Perhaps.
No, maybe this thing is showing you where it is instead of...
Yeah. Like maybe it's not the panel inside the elevator. It's like the panel outside the elevator so that you can see where the elevators are.
That's probably what it is.
And there's a number of elevators. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Anyway, we're up in the thing now.
I don't think I'm very happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Now?
No. I'm joking.
I think I still have that shirt. This is so photogenic.
You're telling me.
Cool that they thought to put that thing there. Just knowing that people would do that. I think it was like a photo spot thing.
It
or whatever.
wasn't.
It wasn't?
No, there's another one across the thing. This is a Katie.
Oh, this is Katie. It's a good thing that you thought to do this. Because it's a good picture.
It's a damn good picture. But it's only because it's them.
I remember you like, no, hold the chicken up. No, over, up, up. Okay.
This is a Katie.
Yeah.
That's an Eric.
And you weren't with me, I bet. Because I think I took this with my DS.
Who made this shake? Like it's literally like not contained to the drink.
The cup, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, a Wendy's shake is good with fries. We used to have a Chick-fil-A across the street
Yeah.
from the Wendy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could get the waffle fries and then dip them in the Wendy's shake.
You know what? I bet that my dad is like staunchly Wendy's fries and Wendy's shake, and if we brought over some waffle fries, he would fucking flip his shit. Like, no lie, I can just hear him going, "It's really good." Because I feel like he's like an old dog, and while you can't teach old dogs new tricks, you can watch the dog devour good food.
I only put this in here because I thought that this isn't that interesting. Like, that seems so normal now, but at the time when we saw that was so not normal because it's like 2009 or whatever, right? But H1N1, that's swine flu, I think. And this is just that orgy of Christmas. Bird flu, is it bird flu? Yeah. Me hitting the Carl Jr. too, dag man.
I didn't really know about Carl's Jr., but apparently I did. Because you're having it, I might be there. No, you're taking a
it with
picture.
a DS, so you're probably not there. You probably have the camera for some reason. Which makes even less sense.
Yeah, that makes even less sense. Malls.
That donut. We're ripping a donut to shreds right there.
I remember you laughing at this really hard.
It's a good picture. Yeah, but I don't remember. Did you break your old glasses or something? Why did we go in and...
Something happened with my glasses. They got broken.
And I remember being
why.
really happy because in Seinfeld, that one dude gets his glasses and he won't tell anybody where he got them. Kramer wants the same glasses and he won't tell
Finds out
anybody.
they're
And then we
ladies'
find out...
frames?
No. Then at some point they find out that he tells Kramer, he's like, "Oh, I got him in Malaysia." And I was really happy that you were getting glasses in Malaysia.
Oh man, I forgot about that. I told several people that. I got them in Malaysia.
Yeah. It's all vibes. I'll call a plumber right now. The snatch thief is back. Yeah, it's one of those you should have run that by a native English speaker. We're in Chinatown. We didn't film anything there.
How do you know?
I just remember. Like, there's the Chinatown portion of Kuala Lumpur. It's pretty crazy to see a monkey. Can you imagine monkeys in actual Tokyo? Just like running around monkeying about?
There was like some video game I wanted to play that was like where animals were the only thing that was left.
In
Like,
Tokyo,
there were no
right?
humans, yeah, and it was
Yeah.
all like an urban
Is that a PS3
exploration
game?
thing.
If
I
it
don't
is,
know.
it'd be like cheap. We could just play it.
Yeah, it looked like fun to me, but I never had access to it, so I just completely forgot.
You know, it's
about it.
possible we have it. Maybe Jameson gave it to us. What was this game called?
He did give us a game, and I remember thinking to myself, "Yeah, I wanted to play that." But yeah, onward.
Tokyo Jungle. Is it a PS3 game? What PS is it for? It's a cool picture. This would have been when the lightning happened.
Mm-hmm. That's me probably talking about the lightning.
It's a PS3 game?
He looks pleased.
Or Vita. Ooh. Yeah, we have a PS3 now. Maybe we should look at it. Is the game bad? Is it any good? They put the balls on everything, but you gotta cover your arms. This one is labeled Katie Art Porn.
Ooh.
You would have, I think you would have labeled
I
these.
think I named all of these. And those are my new frames.
You got them in Malaysia.
Malaysia. Yeah.
It's cool. It's kind of cyberpunky looking. Looks like the future.
You know, they've got like those Legos that are clear.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like. If you put a light inside of the clear Legos. Oof.
This is that cave. So I think we watched 2 different videos tonight from Kuala Lumpur.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, I think that Christmas happened in the middle of it.
Oh, okay.
So I think that some of that was a little bit out of order because I think this was our last day in Kuala Lumpur.
Mm. Yeah, that feels about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't slow butting there. Me talking about getting out of breath.
Mm.
Yeah.
272. It's no big deal.
Not if you slow bot. But if you don't, if you don't slow bot, that's you.
And that is the last photo. It's just a bunch of computer parts and
things.
yeah, bunch of computer parts and whatnots. Let's see. A new version of OBS wants to install itself.
Take a break.
Can't do that right now. That is the end of Malaysia. So we will be picking up from Singapore next week. I think next week we are okay on Tuesday, right? There's no reason why we can't.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm here every week.
Next Tuesday is Ep.14.
Where are we going? So we're going to Singapore?
Yeah.
Any good titties there?
Any good titties in the Singapore? We got engaged there.
Bro, that probably encouraged titties. We'll have to keep our eye out while we watch. That's a drinking game.
What, for titties?
Yeah. Any Eopai in the Us Watching Us event. And that's open to interpretation. You might see an udder.
What about that cow we saw?
Got some bits on the tits.
Kitty said he gave it thanks for the 100 bits. Anyway, yeah, so we'll be back at it next week. I am probably going to live stream tomorrow, I think.
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm going
to the dermatologist?
Because I'm going to the dermatologist.
Sweet. I got a crush on the dermatologist. She's
maybe I should save it for next
cool.
Tuesday.
Oh, that's next. No, that's tomorrow.
I said maybe I should save it for next Tuesday.
What's happening next Tuesday?
I know he. Anyway, so I might stream. I don't know what time I'll start, but it's possible I will. And so just keep an eye out. I'll be outside doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting ditched.
Yeah, I need to go to the doctor. So that's the thing. But anyway, yeah, because of that, I'm going to probably head off now. So no post-stream video games from me anyways. And I'm going to try to work my way to sleep at a reasonable hour so I don't sleep in too late tomorrow because I got to see the doctor. So anyway, thanks to everybody hanging out, and we will catch you
Merry Christmas.
Next time. Merry Christmas, everybody. Is there anybody that we should raid right now? I try to be a good saint to the
unless Katie wants to hang out with us. Katie also needs to go to bed at a reasonable hour because somebody's gonna come and talk Japanese in her face for 3 hours in the morning. It's gonna be fucking nuts. It is nuts every day. Every day I walk into that room and I'm just like, I cannot believe I'm here.
Trying to see if there's anybody doing anything fun.
Rice washing stream. I'm not good at washing the rice. I feel like I think the rice was good tonight.
Yeah, it was good. You did a good job.
Sorry, Wind Dancer. There'll be more in the future. Hopefully our schedules will align.
All right. Anyway, yeah, I think I'll just peace out. Anyway, thanks everybody. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.